Alright, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. And today, as you can easily see, we're back to Jeskai. The reason being that there's just so much vengevine and so much graveyard synergy that Strix's. I mean, we can't deal with it if we draw like a surgical or two or three, but I think we have to dedicate way more sideboard slots to graveyard synergies in Grixis colors than we do have in Jeskai. And since Tron also does have a lot of problems with the hyper-aggressive format right now, I think actually Jeskai is not in a bad spot. So let's talk about it very quick. Alpine Moon, of course, a great addition to Jeskai. Not as great to Grixis though, because Fulminator Mage generally is a little more versatile and a little better. But in Jeskai there's nothing comparable to Alpine Moon. And then I put into authority of the consoles. So now one could say that doesn't make a lot of sense. But we've seen so many. Let's see, I'll have a look here. So many Vengevine, so many also Goblin decks. It's just the format. I've never seen it this aggressive. So humans, affinity, red deck wins, Hollow One, Vengevine, Death Shadow. Just so many. Oh yeah, wizards, of course. Almost forgot to mention. So many decks, in fact, maybe as well. So many decks that rely on super fast creatures, often with haste and stuff. So I think Authority of the Consuls might actually be quite good. Um, yeah, let's see how it performs. But usually we just need a couple of turns to get through or generate as much advantage that we can actually also handle ourselves. So let's jump into a league here and see where it takes us. Oh yeah, of course, the red deck, also a lot of hasted creatures. It's not a pretty meta, one has to say. And Authority of the Console is also pretty good against elves, because it prevents um, Heritage Druid from being the broken card that it is. But it's not only about the tapping ability. It's a lot about just generating a couple of life in addition to Lightning Helix to just get into the game better. And then between Authority, Lightning Helix, and Timely Reinforcements, we do have a couple of ways. And then in the end, there's even Lyra with Lightning Angels. It's also pretty nice. Alright, let's see what the first Jeff Cunningham. Do know him by name. There he is. And I think we also played against him already. We'll see. So Bloodsameyer, yeah, I think so. Grimnavamancer indicating burn here could as well be like Mardu Wizards or something, but wouldn't expect that one. And therefore, I'm just gonna go with Lightning Helix here, just in case it's burn, so that we're the most mana efficient possible. But we definitely need to draw some action. Alright, just burn. This ain't good. Could just hope that he's drawing at least as many lands as we are. Oh my god. Okay. Not at least. So problem is that we can't really get rid of our fetch lands. So I'm gonna fetch one time. We're still at a healthy life total, and we also do have a couple of ways to do stuff. So we could be finding a spell queller here, but we wouldn't be able to play it, therefore doesn't really matter. Okay, so opponent's also drawing a couple lands here. Probably not as many as we are. Alright. Maybe Celestial Colonnade will have to do the job here. Because otherwise it's gonna be rough. So he could potentially kill us here. But I think I want to be lightning helix in him anyway. He probably saved one skull crack and a searing blaze. Yeah. Otherwise he wouldn't have played the other one there. And that's the searing blaze. Although Eidolon is not too relevant in this scenario. Alright. Now I do feel pretty safe. Spellcaller in hand. We can attack and maintain Spellcaller. Yeah. Alright. First time that we witness the power that is Teferi. So obviously we have these cards to bring in. We could also bring in Weta. And actually Alpine Moon is not a bad card. No, actually it is. It says has 1 mana of any color. I thought we could maybe mana screw him because he's not playing basic planes, and so we could just hate like 2 white producing sources that he plays, but of course that's not the case. So Path certainly gonna get thrown out here, and I think Search for Scanta also not necessary. We're bringing Authority, Timelease, and Lyra. And Timely reinforcements. Oh no. Oh no. This is not good. So we probably have to take one of these, definitely the more potent ones. Yeah, him not playing anything here makes a lot of sense. Oh, authority of the consuls. That's a little late to the party. So he's at least representing a skull crack here, but we don't really have good plays other than Talon reinforcements, especially because next turn we can go Snapcaster Mage and alright. So he's just going. Yeah. So he would have been able to prevent that anyway. So it's not too bad. Now we can at least stop Common Guide and block Monastery Swift Spear. And if he does have a Searing Blaze, so be it. But he should have boarded them out. Alright. Okay, good. So now, the good thing about Authority of the Consuls is that we can attack without any hesitation. Okay. Spellpower, definitely a good one to have. We're drawing way too many lands. This is sorcery though, right? So he might have had that in hand. Okay. I think now we're pretty safe. Even without Lyra. Yeah. Great. Easy game, easy win. Authority didn't yet shine, but maybe, just maybe, he had two creatures in hand and didn't want to play them out because of it, and we just didn't know about it. So maybe Authority actually did a pretty good job. Nope. No, reasonable. Not great, but reasonable. I'm gonna keep lands on top because of Lightning Angel and also Teferi, because we have a pretty good way of bridging up until turn 4 or 5. See Rainforest into Stomping Ground, that's awkward. Gonna risk it here with Steam Vents over something that protects us from a Blood Moon. I'm not gonna show our planes though. Okay. Okay. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. So it's half bad, half okay. Yeah. So if it wasn't clear by now, now it is. One basic island, then we're pretty good. Yeah, as I said, might have been too risky, but him patching for a double stomping ground there, end off of a Misty. Still reasonable, I think. It's not too unlikely to hit a basic, still. Post siege. Yeah, of course, the actual correct play would have been not to fetch at all and just to wait and see what's going to happen. So, nope. Well, we want to have this. Want to have this. Timelies might be okay. No, authorities don't make any sense. Our opponent keeping a hand where he goes turn 3 Blood Moon without any ramp or any other spells before. It's also pretty risky. Again, he doesn't have ramp. This time I'm going to keep Flooded Strand up. So if we're getting hit by Blood Moon again, then we at least have a good way of evading it. Could also be a Stone Rain. Molten Rain is possible though. Don't actually know if our opponent's playing. Alright. So that's probably now gonna be a Molten Rain. Just needed to have double red. Chandra? Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna have him draw additional cards. Okay. It's actually pretty alright. Doesn't make a whole lot of difference here for us. Teferi is just so strong, it's unreal. Unreal. Never played with Teferi before, but I do understand why people want to play it. Kept sweltering Suns post board. That's a little awkward. Might mean that he expects us to have guys. Of course, Teferi can also just bounce the Blood Moon, but there's just no necessity for that. Oh man, this is just great. Nope. It's so easy as well. Like, you don't even have to do anything. Ooh, another Blood Moon. Super strong. And this is just great. This is why I love having Lightning Angel in Jeskai. Because you can just block so many random creatures that you usually wouldn't be able to block. Yeah, obviously there's the Lightning Bolt. But we're gonna take the 2 for 1. Because we should be able to win next turn this way or that way. Didum. Do 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 do. So I actually don't know, since Teferi was so strong here, if we want to put a third Teferi in there again. That also doesn't seem right. No, I'm fine. So opponent's also on mulligan. We have wedge here, which is important. I'm gonna protect all planes as long as possible. Okay, this time he's off to a really good start. Yeah, fetch land's already too strong. That's how you throw off. Oh, cool. Alright. Obviously, Ooze can't do shit yet. Question is, are we gonna kill it later and go after the Ogre? So Blood Moon doesn't really hurt us. What really hurts us though is if he goes into a Liliana, a Chandra or something right now. Alright, so if he doesn't have another land drop here, I would actually be willing to go after his Utopia Sprawl, and it doesn't look like it. So I think we're gonna do that and just hope that we can at some point. Oh no, it does. Okay. And even does have another Arbor Elf as well. Sadly, Field of Ruin can't destroy forests, and we need to fetch for a basic island. That doesn't look good. That doesn't look. Oh, come on. Obviously, still gonna fetch for basic island so that at least next turn we do have access to logic nodes or cryptic command, depending on what we draw. Fuck my life. Alright, there goes that plan. We're taking 7 again. Could have, of course, gone tear this. Then we had 3 in our graveyard. We would have been able to counter the Bloodbraid. Then we would have taken 7, half that one next turn. Yeah, but we wouldn't have wanted this anyway. So I think this is the 3rd game in a row that we're on the play. I've never felt so lucky in my life. Band Eldrazi, interesting. Very interesting indeed. So hopefully no Thought-Knots here. That would be really bad right now. Cavern. Another one. So Cavern obviously also isn't great for us. Do we actually have to counter draw this? It's weird. Yeah, it's really weird that he's playing this way. Like last turn, he's obviously missing some land drops, and maybe he doesn't even have the Thought-Knots here, so he's like stuck with 2 Reality Smashers in hand. So I think we're gonna go counter draw here. Well, Or not. Still weird though. We need to have a filter rune for that Cavern of Souls, otherwise this is gonna get really tough. Not another one. Okay, drowsy sky spawners, fine. And this is also not too shabby. Now we only need a Teferi or a Lightning Angel. Throne of Hope. But this one, no. It's actually the ability of Throne. Dr. Ona, as they say. Well, the problem is that despite us having a lot of great tools in hand, we need a Spell Queller and or Snapcaster Mage and or Lightning Angel to stop this shit from punching us, because I don't really want to waste anything on it. Okay, that's better. We're gonna lose one card here because he's gonna sacrifice them, and our Electrolyte's gonna fizzle, but that's still fine. Rather this way than, you know. Yeah. I mean, as soon as we can get to a Filter Ruin or a Lightning Angel. Damn it. It's just nothing we can do. Alright, there's a Snapcaster Mage. That's something at least. shit ton of cards in hand. I'm gonna go ahead here and play Snap Electrolyze. I don't think that he's going to play like, say, Path to Exile or something onto our Snapcaster Mage. I want to chip in for a little bit of damage, and then if he plays something that we... Alright. There's Fuelfern. Now we're talking. Alright. So Alpine Moon, definitely in contention. Wedge Hair, probably not. This one, these ones. Authority of the Consult, no. I'm gonna put it in my maybe pile as well. Don't actually know how well Logic Knot fits in here. Might be okay, might be super bad. This doesn't seem correct as well, though. Not the best hands, but probably a keeper. Opponent's hand apparently also not the fastest one. Okay. The good thing about Rest in Peace here is if he's playing Matter Reshaper, then that doesn't get a trigger anymore. Core Search, of course, that's not great, but it's fine. No, not to the graveyard. Gonna look for White Souls here. Because I expect him to play Thought-Knot now. And we're probably not gonna be able to stop it. even worse. So let's see. Let's say he has another reality smasher here. Then we would need to block with Snapcast Mage and Bolted. Therefore, I'm not gonna do anything. Drona. Sure. Alright, so we're taking 5. But we do have Drona full covered. Probably. Timely is good, but at some stage later in the game, I think next turn we're just gonna play Lightning Angel. But if we double block, then our both creatures die as well. Def definitely need Lara. That's what I was gonna say. Now he does need a Path to Exile to beat us. Okay, so we're gonna fly in with Lara and then hope that he doesn't have because they sometimes board negates. So he's gonna attack with the Drana on top of the Noble Hierarch trigger here, which means we will not be able to block. If we attack, we're going up to 20. I think we're just gonna try to raise. Great. So Lyra and Lightning Angel just working out great together here. Again, not a keep. So going forward, I already know that I'm gonna cut the authorities again. That just didn't prove to be too good. What a abysmal hand here. Yeah, of course Elephant Man is playing Tron. I think we can just concede here. Usually I don't do this, but I don't want him to know that we're playing Jeskai and basically have a really bad matchup. So he doesn't know what to board, and I think that might increase our chances of winning game number 2. Not a great keep, but you can try to find something with opt, be it a good sideboard card or just a blue source. Now we're probably running into natural Tron here. Yeah, I don't think there's a downside to playing Stony Silence here, second copy. Just because if you board it, stuff like Naturalize or all the kind of stuff that destroys enchantments, then it's good to have a second copy otherwise. Alright, so this time, if he's not gonna do anything else, Search is pretty good. But I think if he's not doing anything, then we're just end of turn gonna play Snapcaster Mage and try to race him, because Walking Melissa by itself is pretty bad. So definitely no power plant in those 5 cards. What the fuck? Why does it take so long for you to grab power plant, you fucking moron? Cool. Such a retarded deck. Unreal. Now we're even facing off most favorite deck, vengevine. And vengevine actually is the reason why I switched gears here. So let's hope that will actually do something. So we need to fetch shock here because of lightning helix. And here Spellcaller obviously is just in a very good spot. Just really nice. I don't even think they're playing removal, so might be okay. You are a motherfucker, you are a motherfucker. Little no decks everywhere, I hate them so much. I'm eating strawberries while playing. Ruin my shorts. So although I would like to have Visceracia. So the thing is, you can play back. Alright, so now it's time's up, mate. Time's up. Okay, put a card on bottom. So obviously I killed the other Grave Crawler in response so that he can't replay them. Because this thing is not a zombie and Grave Crawler requires a zombie to be in play. Let's go Tekken. So we already do have Goblin Bushwhacker. So we're coming in with everything, I would assume. Sadly, we're one damage short of just killing him straight up. So 9. We need to kill Walking Ballista though. Vengevine. I think we're gonna keep Spellclutter on defense. Visceracia is really annoying. Because we don't get the life gain of Lightning Helix. If we would flash it back. And we also can't exile the Vengevine anymore. So I think my play here is play Snapcaster, Lightning Helix to the face. So we go back to 10, then get a couple of good blockers, and then bolt him next turn, so that he dies next turn. And then post board, we're gonna have this, these two, and these two, and this one. Vengevine is gonna be more popular, or becoming even more popular than it is right now, and KCI remains being piloted by, a decent amount of people. Then I might consider playing Jeskai. during GP prompt, because yeah, as I stated a couple of times already, without a rest in peace, things are looking bad. Put a card on bottom. So hopefully he doesn't have another bushwhacker. But he does. And that is indeed super bad. But we should stay alive. We block 3, take 6 damage, and even... Okay. Are they playing... lightning bolts? I mean, we're not even dead to a lightning bolt per se, but still want to know. Which one is it? It's not a hollow one. Which way are we gonna do it? So in this matchup, Teferi is definitely gonna get thrown out. Counter magic is also just horrendous. Cryptic command might remain a thing. So what do we want to have? We want to have this one. Want to have rest in peace. Want to have time. Want to have all of these. All right, that's 61 cards. One search. This is not about card advantage whatsoever. This is just about brutal and pure hate. And hate we do. Yeah, and as I said before, in my new flat, the background noises here are just insane, but I need to keep the window open because it's like 38 degrees at all times. It's just not bearable otherwise. So I apologize for that. So going forward, I'm definitely going to change something about the list, but I like where it's going. I'm going to keep the back of those timely reinforcements. Oh, fuck. There's a bridge already. So we can just start generating tokens here. This one being one of the best ways of generating tokens. Another bridge from below. Oh my god. That's just absolutely insane. Absolutely bananas. Even if we draw a rest in peace here in the next turn, might not be enough. I really hope that Wizards of the Coast is gonna ban Faithless Looting. It's like the single card that keeps all of these decks together. And it's just too unfair. It's just too unfair. I knew it. I fucking knew it. Turn 2 rest in peace is too late, guys. Like, how is this even possible? It's just insane. We're being attacked for 14 on turn 3. Cool. Yeah, I mean, if a turn 2 rest in peace isn't good enough, then why would you bother playing? And at this point, it's also really not any fun anymore. Like against Hollow One, I mean, it's also unfair because of Faithless Looting. But there you at least have a little bit of play. Here, if they have the bonkers hands, it's just gonna be over. So let's see if we make it to turn 5. Probably not though. There's a bridge. That's also super unfair. That the fucking bridge triggers from the fucking activated ability of that motherfucking shithole. Gonna block with Snapcaster Mage here. Reason being that I want to get rid of the bridge, and we don't have another chance of doing so. And apparently it doesn't have the capability of bringing vengevine into play here, this moment in time. Yeah, I mean, it's basically just holding out till something happens. The good thing is that he molds both a Wood of Foothills and a Faithless Looting. We could take the 1 damage. Let's just take it and have a look. Alright. Structures Revelry, okay. So he must have a Bonker's Hand, and just selecting the lands to get there. There you go. The Structured Revelry requires green though. Pretty strong play here by opponent. I mean, is Visceracy annoying enough? 2 Warrens? Nah. Rather shoot down. Something else entirely. Alright, friend. Can you kill Lyra? And if so, how? Because this 1/1 Walking Melissa ain't gonna do it. We're gonna give him 1 more turn to win this. If you can deal 19 damage, through a Path to Exile, then that's gonna be sad. But nothing that we can do anything about, really. Alright, great. So let's do a little after game talk here. Um, authority of the console is gonna get thrown out. It's not good enough. Pretty happy with these. And Lyra saved our ass more than once today. I also think about getting rid of Spell Queller, since with Teferi we're somewhat more on the controlling side of things. So let's have a look at some other Jeskai controlled builds here. This, for instance. He's also playing 3 electrolyzes. That's coincidental. And what else is he playing? Oh, he's just playing 3 more lands. No, not gonna do that. I wanna have my slots. Don't feel like I need more lands necessarily. Also, many people are playing Bane's Lyra and Lyra as 1-1 split, which is quite interesting. Yeah, he also opted to play Rest in Peace and Stony Silence, but no Cellular Wreckage. And I don't understand why he isn't playing Alpine Moon, because Alpine Moon seems to be really, really good here. Celestial Purge, Vengevine isn't black, isn't red, you know, it's just, you can't use it against KCI. Doesn't feel like it's good enough. Yeah, I don't like this list too much. Like, he has a couple of good cards that we're also utilizing, but I don't think the rest is really necessary. So I'm missing 1 slot here. Those might gonna be Lavamances. Lavamances might be great. And Spellcaller is gonna be thrown out here. Well, anyhow, you'll see what I'm gonna put in there for my next video, because I'm gonna work a little bit on Jeskai for now. I'm gonna upload this real quick, and then let me know what you think. About the positioning of Grixis and Jeskai right now, or control in general, because you've seen what was going on there with Vengevine, and also if you believe that's fair, if those cards should remain in Modern or not, because I honestly think the biggest offenders in Modern right now are definitely looting. Like, that's my #1 top thing. And then there's Ancient Stirrings that always fuck me up because it's the best blue card, non-blue card that there is, and that also should be the case. Well, anyhow, those are my thoughts. Hope you enjoyed the league, and let me know.